Hi,
Perfect.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Good?
I'm good, thank you. So, I you had so much success with the film, and I want to know what has life been like for you since it came
Well,
out on Netflix?
well, that's a nice question. I mean, I barely can walk on the street. That's why today I came to my mom's house to eat a bit of good food to stay away from all of the crowd for a bit. I mean, what I can tell you is that it's so, I don't know. I can I can still, I can't not believe of what is happening to me, because everything happens so fast and so quick that
Yeah,
I cannot, I really cannot I cannot believe on this. You know what I mean?
yeah. Because you were really well known in Italy before 365 days. Um, so
I mean, I've done some movies, some
yeah,
series. Yes, I was not. I mean, not well known, but known. Yeah.
yeah. So the fact that fame happened, would you say all at once overnight?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, when they released the movie on Netflix, the 7th of February, I went to sleep. I remember it was the last night of my past life. When I woke up the day next, I tried to go to the bar to have a coffee, but I couldn't walk on the street.
Yeah.
So it was everything. Yeah, if we think about you were right. Yeah, in a night. Yeah.
Why do you think people absolutely love the character of Nashima?
Nice question. I think that we have back at the time women used to have examples of a man who were real men, and today I think that they just miss that kind of manly figure that we barely have in this world today. So before there was the man and the woman. Today there's everything is mixed. I don't think that there's any more when I think about, for example, my dad and my grandpas, they were real men. They were Italian real men with the tie, really elegant. They didn't used to, for example, to wear colored clothes or not very manly clothes. So I think that Massimo is that kind of manly figure. You know why?
Yeah.
And I think that women misses that kind of.
Yeah,
I would ask you, you know.
I do agree with that completely. Um, I absolutely love the character of Massimo. It's kind of exactly what you said. Um, kind of what we needed, especially in this year with the whole, pandemic of coronavirus. And it was so nice to have a film where you can escape. However, there are some people who were against Massimo's character, and the film caused some controversy. What do you say about that?
It's impossible that everybody likes something, you know. Even like, for example, we had in the past like a lot of biggest people that everyone used to love, but not everyone. So I think that I, I just give the opportunity to people to judge
Yeah.
in the purest way they want, and I just have to respect them.
When you heard about the controversy and that some people were almost doing petitions to, remove the film from Netflix, did Netflix support you guys? And if they did, what did they say to you?
I think that Netflix decided to put the movie because let's not forget that we are talking about a love story.
Yeah.
We're talking about something that is made from a fiction mind, something's totally, I mean, it's a big fiction. So we're talking about something that we are basing, I think that we are thinking too much about the sex scenes and stuff, and we're not getting the point that is a love story.
Yeah.
And it's based on a fiction. They proposed me to do this movie and I accepted, but I cannot talk for Netflix.
Yeah.
If Netflix decided, maybe Netflix should answer to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that Netflix put it because it's a very nice love story.
Yeah. Yeah, and super popular. And so most people cannot wait for the second film.
Oh, me too.
Is there anything that you could tell me that, you know, you're really looking forward to for the next film?
Really? You want me to get fired?
Just a little bit, just for me.
I can tell you that the only thing that I can tell you that it's obvious that it's gonna be 100 times more better than the first one, because I know some stuff about the script, but
Yeah.
of course I cannot tell you that it's gonna be 100 times more better than the first one.
So do you think there's going to be a bit more pressure on you guys, because now like the whole world is waiting for the next film? Before it wasn't like that when you did the first one. Do you get what I mean?
I just hope that the people they're gonna like my my performance on the movie. So the only things that I can tell you is that I'm gonna be studying and creating the character as much good as I can.
Yeah.
So the pressure, of course, I'm a human being and I feel pressure like everybody. But I think that the only way you can fight against this pressure is just to work hard on the character. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you, I can't picture anyone else playing Massimo but you.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Thank you.
People absolutely love the sex scenes in the film. And from what I heard, is this right that you almost directed it yourself?
It's a good question. I try to, I try to be as much faithful on the script, because the script was really faithful to the book. Because as we all know, 365 Days is based on the book, on the bestseller of Blanka Lipinska, and in this book, the sex scenes are so deep. Let's say, so colored, so deep. So at the beginning, there was a kind of choreography on that, but I didn't feel it was working to me.
Yeah.
I didn't feel that it was good what I was doing.
Yeah.
So I just went to the director and I told him, listen, let me do it. Let me just try to be more free. Let me feel more free of what I'm doing. And it's like, you know what, go ahead, do it. And that's how they
they really trusted you.
Even in normal scenes, other characters, I'll always try to put, as much as emotion that I have inside. Of course, sex scenes, they're always like very, very interesting to watch, you see. But in the same time, I wanted to be faithful to the script,
Yeah.
That's my job. Otherwise, I was gonna be criticized because I wasn't good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say what I love about you and whenever you do interviews, how open you are and how you don't hold back compared to I've interviewed a lot of actors, Hollywood ones, and anytime I've seen your interviews, they're like the most interesting. And I saw an interview of you with a German publication, and you mentioned that when you were growing up, you almost had to be your own dad because you lost your dad when you were younger.
Yeah.
Do you think, because people who obviously don't know German will not know about that, but if you can talk about that with me.
About my relationship with my dad?
Like how you felt because you never had that male role model.
Yeah, you know, it's really important to have a dad figure and mom figure. I had only a male figure only for a few years. Then my dad passed away, and you know, I remember when I was really young. I remember that I used to see my friends, you know, getting tips from his dad, talking about girls with the dad, or I don't know, going to a football match with their dad, and I didn't. So I always say this: I became the dad of myself to a certain point because I was so jealous of the relationship between my friends and their dad that I kind of tried to build up a dad inside my head. You know, that's what happened, and that's what I always do. That's all what I always do with my kids. I try to be as much present as I can with them and teach them the real value of a dad. Because if we think about back at the time, dad was the dad, mom was the mom, and the son was the son.
Mm.
Now I think that the biggest mistake that the people does when they have sons and kids and you know and a daughter is that to trying to kind of create a friendship, which is not bad, but I think that dad should be the dad and the son should be the son, and not I'm not your friend, I'm your dad, which is something incredibly bigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you like keeping the authority.
Authority, yes, I do, but don't misunderstand me. Authority as a dad is something incredibly beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Friends are friends. The dad is the dad. You know what I mean? So that's what I try to do with Marcus, with Brando, my kids. Yeah.
I read that you watched Harry Potter and you wanted to become an actor after that.
No, I wanted to become Harry Potter. Yeah, I watched that when I was 11. Yeah, because it came out in 2001, the first one. That was the, you know, that was an really incredible change in my mind. Watching that movie, I thought that, you know, I wanted to live in a magical world.
Yeah.
But in the same time, I was living in this world.
Yeah.
And what happened is that, okay, what can I do to live in a magical world? Cinema. Being an actor, you can do whatever you want through acting. So that was the point. And then during the year, I started to realize that acting was my life. Yeah. But at the beginning, I just wanted to live in a magical world.
Yeah.
You know? Because through the cinema, we can live in the age we want. We can do whatever we want. We can travel from a planet to another one, which is in this world we can't.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is why I bet you absolutely love your job. You can be anything you want to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
After your film, you've been really busy, from what I've seen.
Yeah, I just came back today from Greece. I was in vacation, but now it's time to go back to work. And the thing is exciting me because I love my work.
Yeah. So you've got a swimwear brand. I've seen.
Oh yeah, it's I became the owner, the CEO of this brand called Aurum Roma.
Yeah.
And it's a brand that dedicates the attention only for women, and I do swimsuit and kimono.
Yeah.
And I try to build up and create design on my personal taste. So what I would like to see on a woman. So yeah, I'm just trying to realizing all of my dreams, you know. But not only that, because I'm opening my first brand of perfume that I'm making in Dubai. So I have an app called Alahai. I'm the owner of an app called Alahai. I'm trying to be the businessman of myself, because I like to do a lot of things,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you can sing, you can act, you're a great artist, and now you're a businessman. Is there anything you can't do?
Oh yeah, a lot of things. For example, I don't know how to cook. I don't know how to cook. I don't know how to do a lot of things.
So with your perfume brand, I'm sure I heard it's out in October. Is that right?
Yeah, it's coming out. It's gonna be available from December. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be Feel It, like my song, by Michele Morrone.
Yeah.
And let's see what's gonna happen.
And so with your music, when did you know that you could actually sing really well?
To be honest, I always had the passion and the hobby for the singing during the years, but I never really took it as a serious thing.
Yeah.
I understand that I could be a singer after 365 days because I did the soundtrack of the movie. So we released Darkroom, and the album went very good, and very good for the expectation.
Yeah.
And that's how we started to sing as well. And then I started with this amazing label, which is Universal.
Yeah.
And that they asked me to join them, and I'm like, of course, yes.
Yeah. With the songs in 365 days, which is your favorite?
I think Watch Me Burn. It's I mean, I loved all of them, but Watch Me Burn is one of my favorite because it's so straight to the point.
Yeah, I love that as well. Yeah.
Thank you.
And it goes perfectly with the scene, the shower scene.
Yeah.
From what I read, is before 365 days, you had some, you suffered a little bit of depression. How did you keep determined? You know, like when you were going through this, what kept you going?
I just, going through the depression is totally, you become someone else. It's like if your brain doesn't work anymore, it's like if you're starting to think with someone else's mind. So I went through depression because I lost after the divorce, my kids weren't anymore with me. I quit acting. I wasn't the man I always wanted to be, and I had only 27, 28 years old, and not 27, 28. So I thought that, it's done. I'm doing a job that I want to do. My kids are far from me. I don't have 1 year in my pocket. What is that? But what gave me the strength, it was actually, to be honest, the opportunity that they gave me for 365 days. Because once they proposed me, I was not going to accept it because I didn't want to act anymore. But then, I accepted. And only when I first got the script, I started reading. I was depressed. I started reading. So day by day, building up a character. I was so focused on the script that I had no time anymore to think about my sad moment. So that helped me to went out through the depression.
Yeah. So your work is almost like, would you say it's a little bit like therapy?
A little bit. It's 100% there.
Yeah.
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 100% there.
Yeah. So with future films, what would you love to do? What kind of roles?
First of all, I had to fall in love with the story. Because if at the beginning I don't like the story, I don't think I'm going to accept the project, because for me, working in the cinema is not about money, but it's about the passion that I have for it. But there's so many characters that I would like to play. so many characters.
Yeah.
I would like, for example, to make an historical movie.
Yeah.
Like of 200, a movie of based on 200, 300 years ago.
Oh wow. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was really interesting.
I would like to. I would love to.
So, are you going to Hollywood?
I have a few propositions that I can still not talk about, but I think that I'm gonna go soon to Hollywood.
Yeah. If you could work with any Hollywood actor or actress, who would it be?
Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins, yeah. Or Gary Oldman, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Women, Charlize Theron. She's a very good actress. You know, Penelope Cruz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that people said that you're too good looking to be casted. Is that correct?
I mean, it is correct. That what you're saying is something incredibly right. You don't know how many casting I did that they told me you're good in what you're doing, but you're too pretty, you're too beautiful, you're not real, you're not credible in front of the camera. Like, how come? When if I look about Johnny Depp, Brad Pitt, Marlon Brando, what the fuck? Like, how can this actor are there and so good and the people trust in them? So I totally understood that Italy is not, the Italian industry is not giving, it never gave me the right opportunity.
Yeah.
Because I used to arrive at the end of the casting, I was good, I didn't have anything bad, but they used to take the other one with more followers.
Yeah.
Now the one that they took for more followers has 10 million less than me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You know what I mean? So it's about, I like my country, to be honest. I like my country and I stay really good here. But, sometimes Italy, let's say it like that. Italy never gave me the opportunity to express myself.
Yeah.
Although I was good, I think. So I decided to take the whole world.
Yeah, well, we gained, I
Thank you.